Okay, we started off this campaign by selling some of our outlying regions. We made Bavaria a protectorate, took some of the regions in the south and let them rebel, pushed into Italy, taking Venice, and then pushing to the south, made Italian states a protectorate, and did I somehow forget to mention, we're at war with everyone. Let's get to it. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is David with Faramir's Rangers, and let's kind of get ourselves back up to speed after the last episode. We had in the turn just at the end of the last episode, and Bavaria took an army, actually a couple armies up, faced off against the Westphalians in the intern, and lost. So that's concerning, especially that Westphalia did go up and siege them, but lost, thank Christ, because they didn't ask us to reinforce, although we had that army close. We must not have been close enough to join the army. So Bavaria did just push back the Westphalians. So thank God for that we didn't lose Bavaria as a protectorate there. Now, so we're going to have to deal with the Westphalians up there. We're also still dealing with multiple sieges here at Hungary, as always. Their Polish-Lithuanians are constantly pushing on Hungary. And down here, we just took over Greece, and we are now looking to push on taking out the Venetians, which is going to be really nice. We're actually going to go ahead and look to do that here, and we might try to force them into becoming a protectorate, because when we did beat them at Greece, we destroyed a pretty good vast majority of their army, so they're left with just a little bit. So we're going to push. They got one unit up in deep into Greece in the mountain areas. We're going to leave that fairly undefended, so it's possible they could come back and take it, but we're going to take that risk, and we're going to lay siege to Moria and try to force them into becoming our protectorate. And that will help us quite a bit to give us a shield versus the Ottomans, just as we've done with our other protectorates as a barrier. As you can see here, in northern Italy, we had just finished off that battle last episode where we took out those two pretty massive French armies, and we utterly obliterated, and we have the two remnants of those armies here in North Italy and southern France, and we're going to have to deal with them, but obviously we need to build these armies. We have our army here in Bavaria area, I'll call it. That kind of sounds rhymish, and I like it. We can either be aggressive and go take back Alsace for Bavaria, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to lay siege here. Again, we have no idea what kind of armies are back there that we'd be up against, but I think this is worth the risk, as Westphalia has lost a pretty good, vast portion of that army that they were pushing into Bavaria. So this might be a pretty darn good way to push on them. Now you see what we're doing here. The Dutch did come back. They are an emergent nation that they were destroyed, and they came back and, just realized that. So obviously, since it's all out war, we have to be at war with everyone except for the ones that we forced to become a protectorate. So we're declaring war on them. And we'll have to do that with any other emergent nations, like when we knock out, for example, France, and Quebec becomes a nation, and Louisiana, will have to declare war on them, for example. All right, so we're in the midst of pushing here. Again, we got Venice under siege. The goal is, for this one, we got a good army there. We're going to try to force them into becoming a protectorate. We're going to keep holding here against the push against the Polish-Lithuanians. We're holding strong there. We're building up our colleges. And, again, we do have fire by rank now, so that's a big win for us. We're continuing on working on our tech and building up our resources. So that's kind of the plan. You can see kind of where people stand. Poland, Lithuania, they've taken over West Prussia and East Prussia from the Prussians. And other than that, it's fairly stable on the east. The Russians did take Crimea. I'm planning on seeing some Russians here start to come after us before long as we start making advances against the Ottomans, which we're primed to do. It looks like Maratha is going to be a problem because they have now taken India. And you can see where we are. France, they have also taken over Tunisia or whatever. Spain, we still have, we'll have to take them out of Flanders as well to knock them out. So we're going to have to make a push into the rest of Western Europe at some point here. We're only making 37.77 a turn right now. And a lot of that is because our army income is way high. And we're going to have to keep that going. Luckily, we're going to be adding another protectorate, hopefully, in the Venetians. So that should give us some more trade income and give us some extra income from the protectorate. I mean, they are at war with Bavaria, but that's fine. They'll never be able to get to Bavaria anyway. All right, so we're into the turn. We're going to see what goes down here with this intern. Yeah, that's the army we spanked, and that's the other army we spanked. So they're coming out of northern Italy with their tails tucked between their legs. All right, okay, so it almost looks like the Prussians had gotten defeated in Silesia to the Polish-Lithuanians. Bavaria just got spanked by the Prussians and probably reinforced by the roughed-over Westphalians. And here we go. We got ourselves a defensive battle. This is good that they're attacking this time and not just laying siege. Definitely like that. So let's get to it. All right, let's lay out this defense here. We got a lot of citizens, which is good. They can take a lot of the brunt of this losses for us. Now, we're going to have to set up our shows to freeze in a very defensive way here. Just being prepared for them knocking down walls, all that sort of thing. So I'm going to try and set up to where any cab that comes in is going to meet their demise quite rapidly. So that's what we're setting up. The trenches that they don't really do much. You know, this is where it is. The show's the freeze. So anyways, I'll get this set up and then we'll be back with you. Alright, so from some quick editing, there we go. We got everything set up how we want it. And we're going to have some reinforcements coming in that we'll need to pay attention to. If my brain is on well, look, you can obviously see my brain and all there right now. I can't even finish my own sentence. You'll have to do it for me. All right, let's get set up anyways. All right, so push forward in time. We got the Polish-Lithuanians starting to scale the walls. So we are bringing our citizens to hero down in the center of the fort off this wall. Obviously, I want them to take this wall so their troops have an entrance into the center grounds, because I don't want to lose all my men on the walls. I stand a better chance fighting in the center of the fort. So this is why we are going to abandon the walls. Hopefully they already took one of the gates directly in front, so that hopefully makes them go in there, and then we can use canister shot and grenades and everything else, nuclear bombs, anything we can throw at them. So, yeah, no. you know how it is. Okay, and you remember how I said I should pay attention to my units that are reinforcing, coming in as reinforcements? Yeah, well, I didn't. So, I'm about to lose a general to some freaking Lancers, Uhlans. No bueno, but at least we get some shots down from above. But yeah, that's no fun. Wasn't paying attention like I should have been. It's a blonde moment, you know how that is. Luckily they are not coughing like me, but hopefully we can get our general out of there since their Uhlans are falling back. Gives our dudes on the wall some time to reload, gives me some time to get my together. And it looks like they're going to be charging my militia here, which is no bueno, but yeah, it's actually no bueno. Taking some loss there. I think we did get some shots in. Hopefully my general can get skedaddle into the fort. Got another unit that's going to be coming on the field now because we lost one of our citizens, and it's a grenadier, so that's nice to have. Got that Uhlan only down to like barely any. Alright, the distraction has kept me from shooting my shot, if you know what I mean, my canister shot. So it's time to start blasting into them. My hero unit and all getting shot. There we go, got one down. That line infantry back there shooting on the walls in the unit. The unit's on the walls, not the walls on the unit. You know what I mean. I hope. Alright. They're about to break my poor little militia. Only got this Uhlan down to 22. General finally makes up his mind to get into the safety of the fort. Luckily for us. I'm going to have to pull this line back so that line infantry of the Poles comes forward. We got another one coming in as well. Leave that unit there in front of that building and they're just going to take shots at them. So we got to fall back. Broke one of the Polish-Lithuanian units on the wall on the left. Still, it's so confusing with these flags. We couldn't have picked a better flag for a republic than this plain Jane boring flag. Guess it is what it is. Alright, so what's interesting is all these lines were set up there for a while right behind the shows the freeze, which blocks shots and blocks their shots, but we're going to start chunking some grenades into them now. So we'll use the canister and grenades on them. Should give them a little fun. There we go. Eat that, boys. Do get into melee with my grenadier, but we should still be able to chunk some grenades. We'll see how it goes. We're just gonna get some canister shot going right into that whole little mess there. Looks like all those poor dudes are wavering. We'll get our other grenadier up there to chunk some grenades while our other is pulling back. I love these Hungarian grenadiers, man. There you go. That's a devastating hit, man. That was devastating. Alright, so they're biting the dust. They've got another good chunk on them there. Looks like that's all we'll end up getting out of some of these guys. So, let's see what we got. Because obviously I'm not paying attention to my reinforcement armies coming in either. So we'll have to check on them. There they go. Yep. Luckily I did defeat that cav with that militia. He's down to 28 men though. Got so focused on fighting the fort, wasn't paying attention to my poor little guys outside of it. Alright, here comes the next victim. He's quickly biting the dust. Here comes their cav hopefully coming in. Yep. He should follow suit. Come on, come in. Yeah, you can go that way too. He got a little shot there. Shock and all, baby. Alright, things are going quite well. Got their artillery out there, so this battle is almost won. Alright, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to walk over there to take out their artillery. We're going to do this in fast forward. Everything else has been secured. We've got this one line infantry over here hanging out with the shot firing duel with the guys off the wall. That's fine. We can let them, because maybe we can get over there, kill their artillery before that line dies, and then be able to kill everything they got here. But we'll see how it goes. Send some of these guys to help get some shots in. No, don't run away. Yeah, our citizen had ran out of ammo, so he wasn't shooting back. You know, you got to think that that AI unit's got to be almost out of ammo, because he's been firing it away for quite some time. All right, still got it in fast forward, getting up there pretty quickly. Got him down to 69, but the golden number. Bring up that militia there. Close to dealing with the arc. They're still shooting around at the walls, so that's nice. We're coming up without taking damage along the way. There we go. Let's get into them. They're starting to try to run, so let's hustle it up. Cool. We're in it. Get them. Run them all down. There we go. There we go. Cool. All right, there is artillery off over there, but they're all routing. Oh, they did break my wall. Little grimy turds. All right. There we go. That's that. Okay. So, pretty nice results, I should think. They form up with the other Polish army that we defeated a turn ago. And I don't know, maybe that Polish army in Silesia got defeated by the Prussians. I can't tell. Ottomans are scurrying about. Almost looked like they were fighting someone as well. Italian states, my silly protectorate. What are you doing bringing armies up to my area? Just stay protecting your area. That's all you need to focus on. That's it. All right, Bavaria just got curb stomped again. They got an army up there, and they got curb stomped again by the Westphalians. So the Westphalians, all right, they're sallying out, so we should do some, inflict some damage upon Westphalia right here, so that'll be nice. Take away this region from them. And I know that they got those two other armies, but they should be pretty damaged from the fighting the Bavarians. But even still, it is still a threat to Bavaria, because Bavaria is struggling. They just lost to Prussia as well, so they can only recruit 2 units a time from each of their regions. So they'll only be able to bring 4 more units onto the field after each intern. And knowing how the AI recruits, it usually is not very good. So, all right, let's get set up for this one. Let me stop jibber-jabbering. All right, so we're formed up. Let's go ahead and pull back a little bit. We'll take this high ground here. Let them come at us, and then we'll give them the what's what and the who's who and all that. We'll fast forward it till they get to the fight. All right, here we go. And you thought you were going to have to wait forever for the action to start. But here we go. All right, getting their cav. See if we can get shots in the line. We don't care about their citizens. That's the thing. Don't you got to target shoot here, guys, if you fight these type of battles, because your line are always going to seem to want to shoot at the damn citizens first rather than line infantry. You can withstand some damage from them citizens more so than you can their line infantry. So obviously you need to make sure your target shooting the right units. All right, let's go ahead and move our line infantry. Our cav seems to be taking care of theirs. So that is that. We do have the rest of their cav pushing in over here from the right flank. Everything seems like it's going rather smoothly here. The poor AI is like a one-trick pony. They just, I guess if you're Biden, you would call it what was it, a lion dog face pony soldier? What was that thing he said? So ridiculous. Biden is so ridiculous. All right, got cav coming in. Let's see if we can get that line infantry to start whittling that on the right flank. We got him shooting into that cav unit that's left. Everything else looks like it's going pretty well. Bavaria still has this 3 line, but we'll be able to start taking them down here in just a moment. Getting these guys targeting that line. The cav is gone, so we should be able to whittle them down quickly. They got 4 line infantry versus our what was it? I think there's 5 of them shooting into their line, so that's some pretty good odds. We'll take it. They got 2 of their line dancing around in maneuver. Should be able to kill them off quickly. Our cav has run the other cav off the field. They do have some units still in the background that we're going to have to deal with, but this is going pretty well. I mean, we haven't lost, but 1 unit is below 100 men. Down to 94, 93, 92. Let me stop talking or he's going to keep dropping. Stop talking, he's going to keep dropping. All right. Let's go ahead and get him set up. Get 3 units onto their line. Over here. So once we get this other line set up, we'll have these 2 lines shooting at. There we go. I think that's going fairly well. 77 on that line, 92 on another one. I mean, that's still fairly good. There we go. Almost broke 1. There's one of their line is gone. Got that cav came back. It's like delaying us from taking out their line infantry. Our cav charging does help break them. Okay. They are leaving the fight in droves. Let's go ahead and finish this. Finish him! Try to get this line kaput. He is gone. Let's run him down. Alright, this is pretty much over with. We got those cav units still back there in artillery that we're going to have to obviously deal with, but this battle is pretty much in the books. Looks like we're going to take a brunt of this cav charge right in the hiney, though. We do set up fairly okay, but we're still... Luckily, his cav charge did slow down. We're going to get a couple line units over there to start shooting into him, while our general and our remnants of our cav start running down the rest of these fleeing men. I want to kill as many of them as possible. Even though I don't need to. No, this is a sally out. So yeah, we do need to kill as many of them as possible. Keep myself straight here. All right. Okay, I think that pretty much wraps it up there. They're toast. So let me edit this forward, and we'll see you at the next screen. Okay. So, they don't have much left. So we should be able to take Alsace. That army there should not be strong enough to take on Bavaria. So I think we're pretty solid there. The rebels are what the Ottomans were fighting. So the Ottomans lost Bulgaria to the rebels. So that's pretty cool. They had taken it from the rebels and lost it back to them. All right, let's see what we can do here with Venice. Can we make this work? Hopefully we can. All right, so the dirty dogs don't want to deal. I was hoping to get that done now, but it's not to be. So we'll have to hold on here. I might have to send something back over to Greece just in case. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and take back Alsace-Lorraine. And, you know, the decision is, do we give it back to Bavaria or do we just hold on to it? So it's almost doesn't matter at this point. Bavaria seems like it's almost hurting them to hold on to more regions. I only really need them to hold on to Bavaria, so just probably going to leave it as it is. As far as everything else goes, seems like we're doing okay. Do have a fairly decent-sized Prussian army. I'm just not sure what they're doing. They're right there against that rebel region in Prague, because it's still rebel. So if they try to take it, they're going to lose something. Because I'm pretty sure it's all militia, at least. So they should lose some men. As far as Bavaria, I am just going to go ahead and give them Alsace. See if we can trade some tech with them. Of course, you know, I guess they want to be dicks about it. Trying to see what we can do as far as some kind of diplomacy here. Get something from somebody, anybody. Come on. Throw us a bone here. It is what it is. All right. I'm going to have to get over here and protect Bavaria. like I said, I don't care about Württemberg or Alsace, but if they take Bavaria from Bavaria, that's going to be very problematic for me. So I've got to hang out close, at least for now, and then we can hopefully get a breakthrough pretty soon. We are starting to get some income rolling in. It's just, I need this battle done so we can start moving on and progressing. But I think we're at that point where we can really start making a pretty good breakthrough. Because we should be able to start building up an army to challenge France and maybe take France. And, you know, once we do that, we're obviously going to have to sweep through the rest of Western Europe, which should be fairly easy to do. And we can start preparing for that. I mean, our regions are starting to make some decent enough money. Sadly, we got to do that because we're about to have a rebellion here. And here as well. And maybe we can do that by fixing some of these dudes. But anyway, yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget, go ahead and join, become a channel member, and you can have access to early videos of this series, because I already have several uploaded. And I'm going to release about 2 of these a week to the regular subscribers. But if you join, you'll have early access to this series. So yeah, there we go. Okay. Other than that, I think we're pretty good to go here for this turn. We can probably look at ending the turn. So as we do in this turn, as I just kind of sort through this mess that I've got going, don't forget that I will be releasing videos twice a week, most likely on Wednesday and Fridays. So be ready for those. The rest of the series. So the next video, I think this one's releasing, I don't know when this one's releasing, but if it's not Wednesday, it'll be Friday will be the next video. Whichever one this is released on. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, become a channel member for more content, and we will see you on the next one. I'm going to end the turn here in just a second, and after that, that will be the end of this video. So we'll see you soon for the next one.